about Ephraim Yangian, where it says the ICPC, they're combing Uyo, and they're in search of Ephraim Yangian over compensation and whatnot, monies and whatnot. Is there a question to be answered by the man? Is there a question on misappropriation?
I think when you quote these papers, it's good to call the names of the papers so we can actually place the issues in context. The paper simply is Global Pilot. I think I have it now. I just have it now. The headline says 1.1 billion naira compensation money. ICPC combs Uyo for Ephraim Yangian. Sudden details of ex-chief of staff, stage for staff 10% contract scam. You see, I feel so embarrassed when I see a report like this. As a journalist now, I feel so embarrassed. Why do I feel embarrassed? Because I have practiced for so many years
as a journalist.
As a journalist, I'm still practicing journalist, and I know the ethics and the ethos of the practice. What we are having today has completely veered, has destroyed the practice. It has watered down the influence of journalism. It has reduced the practice. It has reduced the noble practice, the noble career to wreck. I say this with tears in my eyes because I know the role that we played as journalists to bring to enthroning democracy in this country. Journalists were target of the military in the 90s. I know my colleagues have gone into detention, some have been detained, some have been harassed, beaten, some lost their lives. Just pay the price for us to have for us to have democratic governance. And today, everybody is a journalist in this country. As far as you own a phone and you have 1,000 to buy data, you are a journalist.
And you have followers on social media.
That's it. You have follower or not, as far as you have a data of 1,000 naira, you are a journalist. You can go online and you write and you publish. That's 1, 2. Businessmen now, flood into the practice. They can just come in, buy newsprint, buy plates, and go to the printing press and print whatever they want to print and put in the public for people to read, consume, and believe it to be true. I say this because I think that by now, the union that I belong ought to have come out with a clear statement. The way we are going, of course I know the Constitution guarantees the freedom of expression, the freedom to own a medium to disseminate information, but the extent we are going, we are destroying the practice. How do you report that somebody that is going around campaigning, somebody that is still within is combing you for him?
The word code means
to search. I feel so bad about it. And I believe that at the end of the day, politics should not be allowed to destroy our practice as journalists. And I advise those who are publishing things like this to beat a retreat. Don't destroy the career that people have built over the years. Don't destroy the noble practice that we have built over the years because of political interest or party interest. By journalists that I know, that I am one of, we are supposed to be like a watchdog of society, a watchdog of the public servant. We ought to be on the tree. The way I was taught that we journalists are supposed to be on top of the tree. We see every movement from everybody. We report everything to the public. We don't hide any. So, but if you are trying you don't incite. Also, but you are on the tree, you see everything, you report everything, but you don't incite, and you're also mindful of what you report so that you don't breach the state security. I think that at the end of the day, the practice will survive, and I call on NUJ to come out with a profound statement that will reposition the practice in Akwa Ibom, because if you go to other states, I doubt if what we're having in Akwa Ibom, we're having it elsewhere. Like the one we just discussed now, where we said that there is a major crisis in maintain peace movement, which there is none. Same thing has happened now. We say the come to state for Ifremi Ayen, a man that is going around campaigning.
So you can't miss it.
What are we saying?
So he won't be in hiding.
If he's declared wanted, he will be declared wanted. We will all know, and he will not even. In fact, they will have picked him up. As he speaks now, he has a policeman attached to him. If he declared wanted, the policeman will be asked to tell where he is.
Follow his trail.
You can follow his trail. He's the campaign team of Senator Albert. He's the vice chairman of the campaign council. How can you say that he's declared wanted when he's going around campaigning for Senator Albert?
Combing and looking for him.
So I think that there is need for politicians not to hijack the media and use the media to mar the peace that we have in the states.
Okay, thank you very much, Otwegon. Let's go to your place in Mbarinin. I had to bring this one to you because there's also a part, perhaps the news, the I newspaper, and not just the I, 102, also captures that report, perhaps on a little column there, where they're saying Mbarinin assembly race, youths bar Victor a query. And I even asked the question while I was reviewing the paper this morning. I said, what has the man, Victor Query, done to this youth of Mbarinin? And who are the youths? Is it the entirety of Mbarinin, the youths there, or just a small handful of persons who don't want him? Has he done anything? Do you even know the man?
Yes, I know Honorable Victor Ekwere is the member representing Mbarinin State Constituency in the House of Assembly, and I think he's looking for a second term. And then there are other persons who have come up to also look for the same position to see how to remove him from office and take over. And so these are political times. That report that you just mentioned, that is my area, Mbarinin. I'm not aware that anybody is barred from contesting any office by anybody. But in any case, if there's any of such group coming up to say that they don't want Victor Ekwere to go for a second term, they are speaking their own interest, their own mind. I saw a report some time ago that they said the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Governor Demano, has paid that the PDP should not sell the governorship form to
I saw that too. I knew it was a hoax.
I
knew it was a hoax.
And the thing was trending.
I knew it was a hoax. I didn't even pay any attention to it.
The report said that Honorable Olufeoluke, Senator Albert, and the rest are all they are all stuck at the party office. And the party financial secretary said that the party should not be sold to them, that the governor has bought all the forms or has paid for all the forms. And I laughed and I said, even if I have not heard from the governor or heard from the party, I know this is not true. And I asked a question in one of the platforms where it was posted. I said, because the same report said that Michael Enyong bought the form earlier, was the first to buy the form. Yeah. And I said, well, how did he buy his own? How did he go to the point of he bought his own? How? Somebody came and replied and said he's a serious aspirant, so the governor can afford to allow him to buy the form, and then others who are serious are blocked. I say, who decides who is serious? Who knows who is serious and who is more serious than the other? It is the delegate that will decide who is a serious aspirant and who is not. So all this report is part of what we are saying. Nobody should hit up the polity. They should allow the peace we are enjoying and continue to flow.
And imagine what that particular report would have cost if anybody believed it, to say that the governor bought off all the forms and had other persons from buying forms. Imagine if we were to take that report. Imagine what it would have cost.
Okay, let me even say this. Assuming and not considering that it is true, that the report is true, that the governor had bought the form. Mark my word. Assuming and not considering that it is true that the governor has bought all the forms for Akwa Ibom governorship seat. Are you not seeing people being disenfranchised? Are you not seeing litigation? Are you not seeing people going to court?
Plenty of litigations.
That is even the beginning of the failure of the party in the state.
No implication. He wouldn't even do that. Even the party would not allow.
Let me even tell you, where there is even a primary conducted and a voter is denied opportunity to vote, he can go to court and challenge the outcome that he was denied opportunity to vote. How much more for all the aspirants or one aspirant to be denied the party form? He stepped out, qualified, want to pick the form. They say no, don't pick the form. That is a major advantage. No.
For the person who
for the other party.
Yes.
Because you're having this. I tell you, the parties fit candidate. Now, if the PDP in their own case they say no, that they will sell their form to any other person apart from who the governor wants, then the other parties will quietly sell their forms and do their thing peacefully. At the end of the day, anybody from this party that has been denied form can quietly go to the court and challenge the primaries and say he wanted to buy the form and was denied being sold the form. And the court will rule in his favor because he has the freedom to associate and the freedom to vote and be voted for in his party.